Well, it's officially official. Blumhouse owns 50% of the Saw franchise. And with today's press release, we might have an idea about the future of the series.
I want to play a game.
Hey, what is up everybody? Nick here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the breaking news regarding the Saw franchise. Now, if you remember, like 2 weeks ago, it was reported by Variety that Blumhouse was in talks to take over Twisted Pictures' portion of the Saw rights. Now, it's important to note that Lionsgate still owns 50% of the Saw franchise, but as stated in this press release, Lionsgate and Blumhouse are looking forward to working together to bringing Saw back to the big screen, or the small screen, or video games, or whatever it might be. It is now a partnership between the two. So, what exactly happened here? Because if you remember last year I did a video talking about the behind-the-scenes drama with Mark Berg and Oren Koules and why there was no Saw 11 moving forward at that time. And that was sadly the beginning of the end for Saw 11. Now in this press release it says that both of them are looking forward to moving on to new projects and it was time to pass the baton. I smell bullshit. Really, what it was is that the two could not come together and they could not agree to make a new movie. So rather than haggle with each other for the next 15 years, they decided to sell their stake in it, let somebody else do it, and they got a fat payday. That's exactly what happened here. Now, it was also stated in this press release that James Wan and Leigh Whannell would be brought back into the fold to help create the future of the Saw franchise. James Wan went on record to say, "Saw holds a special place in my heart. Coming back to this world with a fresh perspective is thrilling and deeply personal. For me, this will mark a significant return to the franchise for the first time since the early days, and I'm very much looking forward to embracing the original spirit whilst pushing the legacy forward in bold, unexpected ways." So, what does that mean for the future of Saw? Well, I think it's pretty clear here. See, when I did a short on this not long ago, when this first broke a few weeks ago, I said it really had the feeling that they were going to reboot this thing. Look, Blumhouse is now behind this. They're going to want to put their own stamp on this. Now, some people could make the argument, well, hey, they've shown a knack for wanting to revisit old properties and make legacy sequels. You're absolutely right. They have definitely done that. Now, with all the players that are now involved and everything we read in this press release, it really has the feeling of a retooling, a reshuffling of the deck and restarting. Now, before anybody jumps the gun and says, oh, James Wan's going to direct the next Saw movie, I highly friggin' doubt it. Look, James Wan has openly talked over the last few years about how he doesn't want to return to directing horror movies. He has built up Atomic Monster into what it is. He likes the producer credit. He likes to show up on the set. He likes to have input in the story, but James Wan does not want to do horror films. He wants to do bigger and better things in his mind, and that is not Saw. However, he's going to have a creative hand in this, and so will Leigh Whannell. And if you remember, last November, James Wan was asked about returning to Saw, and he said, quote, if he was ever going to return, it would need to be a total reboot. So, having those words from 7 months ago, having Blumhouse purchase it, and having James Wan being brought back into the fold talking about bringing this back in new, exciting ways, it really does feel like they're going to start over here. And that's sad, because that really tells me this is probably the end for Tobin Bell as Jigsaw. As much as I hate to say that, and I do not want to see that happen, it seems like that's the case. Look, I loved Saw X. It's my second favorite Saw movie. But let's be honest, you've gotten a little convoluted when you're doing interquels here, okay? We're going back in time and making a sequel and a prequel at the same time. It really does have a tendency to just kind of muddy the waters, so I would not be surprised, and I fully expect Blumhouse to just start over. Now, does that mean they're going to carry over any characters or any of the lore? I would say potentially. I could see a reboot happening here where it's in the same universe, but I just don't see a sequel being made to Saw the Final Chapter or a Saw 11 a la Saw 2.5 or 1.75 or whatever that might be. I just don't see that happening here, and that's a huge bummer. As cool as it is to see James Wan and Leigh Whannell back to where it all began, it's also really bittersweet because Tobin Bell has become an icon as Jigsaw, and the Saw franchise has become iconic itself and synonymous with the month of October. That theme song is probably one of the greatest horror theme songs ever made, in my opinion. So this is kind of bittersweet news. While it's cool that we're going to see new Saw content moving forward, and I know Blumhouse is going to really get the wheels going on a new movie, it also sucks because it's probably going to be the end of everything we knew and loved from Saw, aside from maybe the theme, maybe Billy the Puppet. I don't know. But I want to hear down below in the comment section what you guys think of this. Are you excited that Blumhouse has purchased the rights and we're going to get more Saw? Or are you disappointed because it seems like it's going to be a reboot? Whatever it is, I want to hear you sound off down below. Please leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. This is Nick at the Lost River Drive-In, and I'm pulling out.